This is Ross. We there. Here's power. This is Ross. None of the brand. And all the other folks, my phone. Good night to each and every one of you. Welcome in the ring, wherever you are this evening. A long way to go to the end of the program. Lots of information to share with you folks. We trust that you are well. Beatrice Selby, good to see you. Good to see you, each and every one of you. Mavis Davis well says she's waiting. We're happy to see you there on YouTube, guys. Happy to see you guys from that end. Queen's Love and Alvin Jacobs, Magnell Barrow, all of you guys joining us on Facebook. Canada Ronalds, Junior Gibbs, Debbie Apple. I see Sheila Hazel is here as well, guys. We really trust that you folks are great and that you are well. Junior Gibbs, we're happy to see you. Malika King, good to have you too, Malika. Patricia Graves, Andy Goodman, how are you, Mrs. Goodman? Good to have you there. Cecilia, Toby, Lynette Fraser, and Elisa, lovely queen. The lovely queen part, very subjective. Pauline Chalmers, good to have you, Pauline. Yep, Ariel Abrams, AA, good to have you, Karen Archibald. Good to have you, Brenda Bailey. Alison Cortez. Good to see you, Charles Nelson. Alison, I see you there. I see Geisis Byrne, Geisis Mingo Byrne. All the folks who are joining us on YouTube. Welcome, guys. Great to see some of you have migrated to YouTube. Great to have each and every one of you. Miss Joseph Springer, Orvin Don Cook is here. Derek McCalmont. Good to see you. I see the YouTube folks. Yep. Gloria and Shauna, Siobhan, Diane. I see Kevin Abrigo. Wendy is here too. Wendy Volme Wilson is here. I see Spencer and Magdalene Barrow. Good to see you. Edward Gonzalez in the box. Junior Gibbs is here too. And Kevin, Beatrice Selby, Sheila Boy Child. Good to have you folks. We're fired up. We're ready to go. We have the fight card set. You know, I'm ready. Gotta wait till some of y'all know. Gwyneth Anderson, rock and come in, Gwyneth. Malika Andrews Coates, good to have you. And Gwyneth, Wendy Stephen. Wendy, how are you doing? Welcome in the ring, good folks. Here's some power. Hazel Stevens, Margaret Daly Hope, Mrs. Daly Hope, I beg your pardon. And Nelson Joel White. Nikki Brown, how are you doing? Stick around, Nikki Brown, Randolph, and Chanel Smith Daniels. Chanel, I seen a little bit, girl. Wherever you owe me, I forgive you, Chanel. Wherever is old, Chanel, I forgive you. Come around more often, please. Don't let it tell me bad, friends. Wherever you owe, I forgive you. I release you in my spirit. Run your Caesar. Run your, good to have you. And Romel Burnett, good to have you, Stian Benjamin. Fred Mason, Wilma Grant, and Linda Booker. Good to have each and every one of you guys. How y'all doing, man? Tell me how y'all doing, folks. We're fired up at this end, Nika Fraser. We're ready to go. I don't know about you guys. The guys have the fight cat ready. Just let us know. Fred Mason, Facebook user Donna McDonald. Good to see you. Charles Nelson, Rudolph, a matter of fact, Rudolph Benjamin. Good to have you, Rudolph, and Joan Robertson. How are you doing? Mrs. Jones. Yep, Debbie Hohenkirk, John Cook, Irvin Don Cook, that is Regentry. Fred Mason, good to have you. Guys, we're really happy that so many of you have joined us this evening. Share the like, smash that emoji button. We're going down the road, folks. Share, smash. Yuli North, we see you there. Don Edwards Dickinson, Paul Niles, we see you as well. I see Karen Ronalds is here. Good to have you, Karen, and Joy. All the cooks come out tonight. I see Dion, Ayana, BB, Sandy Ford. That's one person, half hour I'm calling the names. You see that? 1.5 hour I got to use to call all those names. Dion, Ayana, BB, Sandy Ford. You see that? Penny Griffin Peters. How you doing, Penny? Good to see you. Chin Sing and Pinky Kirk. Pinky and Chin Sing Henry. Carol Williams. How you doing, Carol? Good to have you, Carol. Let's fight, guys. Wherever you're joining us from, share the like, smash that emoji. But guys, we got a lot to share with you. The guys are going to bring up the fight. It is to be. Just making sure there. So that's Clark, good to see you. I see Delnay is here as well, and Wilma Grant. The guys is saying no song. Song gone. Luan Hall, Trench Crapos, the Jagabats, Tat Bulls, and the Cricketers. That's right, guys. Good to have you. Let us know if we're back. If we're back. Who Vex? Let us know if we're back with the song, guys. I see Alicia is here, and Merlene is here, and Carolina, just like that. Song. Loud and clear, they say. Loud and clear. Folks, we're fired up at this end. We're ready to go, and we trust that you guys are as well. Here are a couple of the things that we are tracking this evening, because we know you're all fast. Brazil got problems with the infrastructure this evening, guys. Brazil got some issues with infrastructure. Irfan, yeah. Irfan with a wood in his hands. Yeah, with his wood in his hands. Irfan got his wood in his hands. He mean business. Apparently, he mean business. You know, Irfan finished so early morning, was his go and sleep for the rest of the day. Yeah. You gotta watch these characters, folks. You got some nice faces, but bad character. Nice faces, handsome faces, but bad character. We can talk with this fella here. And then, folks, Big Uncle was lost. Now he's sung. We can talk about him too. And how he sung was lost. Hudson back in the news, folks. Zola Cameron, the CEO, or rather former CEO, back in the news. Dr. Marcel Hudson, we're going to talk about him and what is the baton he's handing over there. We are going to talk about him as well. Sharon Castillo Edwards, good night. Former CEO Marcel, Dr. Marcel Hudson, Reverend Dr. Kim Lux, good to see you there. And Alexis Arthur, good to see you. Sheila Boy Child, great to see you as well, folks. Wherever you're joining us, share the damn live, smash that emoji button, and let's go down the road. Thank you, folks. Utiline, good to see you, Utiline. That's some of the things we're sampling this evening, good folks. It's just a couple of the things we're going to be sampling. Joining Cook, good to see you there. I see you, Yulandia Thomas. We see you there, Yulandia. All the folks joining us on YouTube. Where are YouTube folks at? Those in the balcony. Yep. Those in pit. You're good to see you folks. Auditorium here. Good to see Jarrett. We see you there. And Rosamund and Keshama Spartan. Keshama, we see you there. Kevin and Marcel Williams. Good to see you. Ayabo Natasha Congress right now. It's about 12 o'clock in the UK, but Ayabo tuned in. Spurry Lead. Gail Mingo. Good to see you folks. We're fired up, guys, and we are ready to go, and we trust that you guys are as well. The opener, folks, the opener for tonight. Yep. The Public Accounts Committee. You know, we've been talking about this throughout our programs, guys. What's been happening on the Public Accounts Committee? Yep. The chairman, the Honorable Member of Parliament, John McGregor, says that the folks there, the PPP, and the Public Accounts Committee, they got convenient convictions. Because one time they want one thing out of the Public Accounts Committee. Next time, to suit their own purposes. Yeah, that's what the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, German figure, telling us. The PPP stymieing the work of the Public Accounts Committee with their shenanigans. It's not me says so. It's the Honorable Member of Parliament out of Region 10, German figure. He said it's stymieing the work of the Public Accounts Committee, folks. Here is some of what he said quite recently in the National Assembly.
Mr. Speaker, this strategy to intentionally stall the work of the PAC by not having its members available to get the new quorum, the very quorum that the PPP imposed on this committee by the tyranny of their one-seat majority. Mr. Speaker, since the imposition of the new quorum of the PAC meeting, 5 meetings had been canceled because of the absence of PPP members, including the last 3 meetings of the previous month, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it is the action and actions like this, we believe, Mr. Speaker, are deliberate to not allow accountability transparency, Mr. Speaker. And we believe as a result of this, Mr. Speaker, the country suffers. This is done, Mr. Speaker, while the government elevates its propaganda. Sir, at the rate of the PPP, Mr. Speaker, in allowing the PAC to meet, we will see 2020 reports laid in this House until 2030. Until 2030, Mr. Speaker. And you, by then, Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Speaker, Mr. Speaker, we believe you by then, inshallah, Mr. Speaker, along with many members on the other side, would be caring for grandchildren. Mr. Speaker, this approach of good governance.
But honorable member, I have the honor of caring for grandchildren right now. I don't.
You will have more, that was what I said.
Okay.
At the rate of how this government is allowing the PAC to meet. This approach, Mr. Speaker, we do not believe augurs well for good governance, for transparency, and accountability. Is this good for the functioning of the PAC? That is the question to be answered, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in essence, the PPP wants the current year's issues in the Auditor General's report to be interrogated when the interests in those issues have waned, in the hope that the population will not take an interest in them anymore. The PPP refused to meet more than once per week to get through a single event, as they are against examining 2 years together. Mr. Speaker, sir, how else can one describe the PPP setting a quorum that 2 members on each side must be present to start a PAC meeting, but increasingly only one of its 5 members avail themselves? Mr. Speaker, what it shows is the glaring hypocrisy that embodies the PPP. While the PPP was in opposition, Mr. Speaker, they talked down ministers being in committees during the last government, but do the same thing today. And they use it, Mr. Speaker, as an excuse for not attending the PAC meetings. Mr. Speaker, we have on the PAC, Mr. Speaker, the most senior member in this House with a wealth of knowledge and experience spanning more than half of my age, Mr. Speaker. This individual is not just the government's chief whip, but she is the Minister of Parliamentary Affairs and Governance. The honorable member, Mr. Speaker, is the lead person on the PAC for the government side, Mr. Speaker. This, Mr. Speaker, is concerning for us. It is concerning, and I recall the honorable member, Minister Mustafa said, bring the facts when you are on the floor. And that is what I intend to do. This is what the honorable member proposed in 2016 in the Cybercrime News, the year for this very report that we are debating here tonight, Mr. Speaker. The honorable member, while speaking on the motion in Parliament to enable for the continuation of the work of the committee that started in the previous Parliament, said, and I quote, "We feel," that is what she said, "we feel that the presence of ministers on the Public Accounts Committee goes against the grain of the Constitution." That is what the honorable member said. It goes against the grain of the Constitution and the standing orders. She further added, Mr. Speaker, They recognize that the PAC work involves the oversight and accountability of government expenditure. Therefore, the presence of 2 ministers on the PAC, we want to register on our side of the house that we are totally opposed to this, as it does create conflict of interest and it can compromise the ministers themselves and even the Public Accounts Committee. Words, Mr. Speaker, words beautifully put and profoundly felt. But were those words genuine, Mr. Speaker? Were those words genuine, Mr. Speaker? Those words then were true as it is today. The honorable member, Mr. Speaker, Madam Tisheras, sits as a member of the Public Accounts Committee with convenient convictions. It's sad, Mr. Speaker.
Convenient convictions. You know, what's the name for somebody when you say one thing, but you do something else? You preach one thing, but you practice something else. I think it's hypocrite. Hypocrite. Hypocrites. Hypocrites. According to Minister of Education, pre-manic chant, hypocrites. So they haven't been showing up for the Public Accounts Committee meetings. Why is that? Because they don't want the scrutiny. They don't want the oversight. Convenient convictions. The opposition members of parliament, the parliamentary opposition, they've come out swinging in attack mode. Convenient convictions. That is what they have. So you have the PAC. The folks who set the rules, they have changed rather how the PAC gets its quorum and how the business can go forward precisely to obstruct the work of the committee so that the government business cannot be scrutinized. The spending, that's what the PAC looks at. How the government is spending your money and my money. How it is spending the oil revenues. And so they don't show up, so the meetings work. The PAC's work cannot go forward. Hypocrites and hypocrites. One day they say, ministers should not sit on the PAC. And then they sit down. They're the very people who uttered those words. Hypocrites, hypocrites, Pharisees and Sadducees. That's what they are. Hypocrites, Sadducees, Pharisees, Hittites. That's what they are. Yep, we're bringing it in from around the world, folks. We're bringing it in from around the world. Some of y'all come, y'all think we go far. First bell, just ring. We're bringing it from around the world, guys, and they're telling us in Brazil, right next door, they had a terrible, deadly landslide. Like, is it wicked landslides? Like the tremor from Linden touched Brazil. Folks, deadly. 30 people, they're saying. That missing right now, 30. I know some of you on the side bed like 30. 30 folks missing. Deadly landslide. Our thoughts and prayers go out to our Brazilian brothers and sisters. Our thoughts and prayers, deadly. Deadly landslide. You can see knock some of the vehicles clean off the road and into the gorge beneath. Yep. Thoughts and prayers go out to our Brazilian brothers and sisters. Can't be easy for them, folks. Thoughts and prayers go out to them, folks. Around the region. Bring it in, folks. From around the region. Lots of things happening tonight. Don't go no place. Share the lines to Chancellor Harry. Smash that emoji button and let's go around the road. Let's go down the road, folks. Right? The road, especially without the mudslides. Let's go down the road. Let's do it, folks. Folks, coming in from around the region tonight, we're hearing this. You know, we can lose some of the young ones now. We're going to use some of the young ones like Owen Backus and Gail Becky Rogers, like Kevin Abrigo, like Jacqueline Forrest. We're going to lose some of them. Freddy McGregor, they're telling us the Jamaica Gleaner is telling us is recuperating from a stroke. Had a stroke, recently had to be hospitalized. folks. Right? I'm not going to tell you who Freddy McGregor is. If you don't know, go and do your homework. Homework. Mrs. Ross, homework. Mrs. Duncan, homework. Who Freddy McGregor is? Homework. Yep. Recuperating nicely. Suffered a stroke. Within the last 24 hours, had to be hospitalized, but they're telling us is recruiting nicely. John Edwards Dickinson, good to see you. Sheila Boy Child, John Walker, Pinky, good to see you, folks. Alson Cortez, if you don't know, ask those who know. And that's what's happening around the region. We wish him a speedy recovery, a full and speedy recovery to Freddy McGregor. Yep. Reggae royalty, folks. Hint. Reggae royalty, Freddy McGregor. Yep, the 592, folks. We're in the 590. Well, you know it's all downhill from here. You know it's all downhill from here, folks. Police constable charged for rape. Police constable charged for rape. It seems like an oxymoron. Police constable, a lawman, charged for rape, breaking the law. You see? Trespass against the person. Police constable charged for rape. This one a little difficult. Difficult. Signs of the times, folks. That's what I'm telling you all. Signs of the times. Police constable Neil Dukram charged for rape. You know, it's weird. But last night we showed you some fairy lights, and at the end of the program we were showing you a light up, and that was North Road welcoming Christmas. North Road welcoming Christmas last evening. That is why we ended the program on some lovely lights wrapping the trees there in the city. This evening we're going to end with some beautiful shots of Nando Park on the East Coast coming out of UG Road. Nando Park, they're lit up beautifully this evening. So last night we did North Road. Now, North Road is changing. The complexion of North Road is changing. You go down North Road, you think you're in Brazil or Venezuela or something like that. You see, literally the complexion of the residents on North Road changing. The point I'm making, now Neil Dukram could go down North Road, right? And once you get your 8%, nice time. Now, why you want to be, allegedly raping a 14-year-old? Once you can take your whole 8%, you go down North Road, it's nice time. But here, Red Dragon, the price gone up from 15,000 to 17, so I don't know. Right? But down North Road, the whole complexion there is nice time. You see? Nice time. High complexion. But open for business. Who don't know? Down North Road. You take North Road from about, Olnock Street. Right down to Bowling Market. Everything on sale. You don't got to put yourself like that. You don't got to throw yourself out like that. Brace it over down by North Road. But if you can't do the time, don't do the crime. The lights down North Road. Beautiful. I know some of y'all can go down there for the season. Look. Don't go window shopping, money in your pocket. Pim. Bam. Brace it over. Don't go window shopping with money in your pocket. Don't do foolishness. You can't do the time, don't do the crime. So we look at to see how this one proceeds. They're advantaging some people. I want you to know, this society that we live in, if you got your head on, folks, they advantage you. Junior Gibbs, Yolanda Thomas, they will advantage you. I never said, Roxy, right? Roxy, we're about to touch 3,000 persons watching us. We're not even 25 minutes rushing to the program. Sandra Jones, good to see you there. And all the folks joining us on Twitter, on YouTube, on Facebook. Good to see each and every one of you. Share the damn live before we go to advantage some of you folks, Win Bob, and all the other guys. Folks, this fella here, they forgot he in jail. Believe it or not, they forgot this fella was in jail. He was on remand for 9 years. 9 years on remand. As a matter of fact, when we kept digging into this particular case of Jones Raymond, he wasn't even charged. There was some allegation that he had run afoul of the law and was pretty much lost in prison. 9 years on remand. Can you imagine that? 9 years, I mean, some of you can't even do 9 days in opposition. Imagine you 9 years in jail. You see? Y'all done sell out and come singing like a sugar plum fairy. 9 years, lost in jail. Well, Jones Raymond is now suing the state for $3 million. I would have gone big like the jackpot, 39 million. I would have gone like it's a jackpot, lotto. Somebody has not claimed their winnings. 39 million selling at the lotto company, waiting on somebody since August. 39 million. I would have gone a little higher, but clearly our brother know what he's doing. $3 million he's suing. 9 years, at least I'll go $1 million a year. At least $1 million a year. 9 years on remand. Folks, the justice system needs a complete overhaul. You see? A complete overhaul. Right? A complete overhaul. 9 years. And my brother stuck it out. And now taking on the system, challenging the system, folks, and we say good for him. The advantaging some people. The advantaging some people. Y'all better share the damn live. At least we throw Cam Street in some of y'all chest. When Bob throw Luziknan in some of y'all chest. Share the damn live. Smash that emoji button. Let me go down the road. Let me go down the road, good folks. Let me go down the road. Yes, Scraps. He's a big uncle. Watch yourself. Right? He's a big uncle like Garden. Watch yourself. Sandra John. Wayne Bobby is a big uncle. Behave yourself. Prince, if you know he's a big uncle. Andy Williams. Behave yourself. Shizel Chipper. If you know he's a big uncle. Behave yourself. Some of you looking for love in all the wrong places. You're not happy. Find a nice girl from Babis, from 28. You see? And they come off the market now. Right? Let me see. Should I write the thing properly if I said? Yes, I come off the market now. I was told to say, I'm off the market now. Find a nice girl from Babis. I settle down. You know? You can't be running wild holidays in your life. But some of you looking for love in all the wrong places. Big uncle in the States. Overseas based guy in these. Thanks, guys. Meet Savitri. You see Savitri. Think she's people. Savitri put up somebody photograph. Pretending this is she. Slim, trim, hip slips and fingertips. Big uncle said, oh, certain money, 1 point something million. Right? You know Savitri, other got Savitri wrapping you around your finger. And you just doling out a 400,000 here, a 400,000, sir, a 400,000, just like that, you know. You better watch this cyber romance. Some of y'all looking for love. Bring it up for us, guys, in all the wrong places. Bring it up full for us. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Y'all better behave yourself. You better brace it over and behave yourself. I tell you, if you go down North Road, you see, me take the price high down there, 1.2 million. No, 1.2 million, you go into everything for the night. The whole street you buy out for the night. At 1.2, unless the Primus with Laffy down the street. It's only, sir. Odessa alone is 1.2. Right? But on a good night, you could carry the whole of North Road for 1.2. They're telling us, Shazira hit Narayan. Now, since I see a name like Hit Narayan, I fighting. Hit Narayan. Shazira hit Narayan. Well, she hit Big Uncle. Right? And her partner, right? Mahesh in Shanali. She's 40, he's 20, he's 29. Like I see this movie before. Is this Roy part 2? Overseas. Shazila hit Narayan. And Mr. Mahesh in Senali, they're accused of defrauding Big Uncle. See? A lot of money. Using a fake Facebook profile, Princess Amrita. I didn't see this person message me one time. Yeah, Princess Amrita. Stay focused, Uncle. Stay focused. Yeah, Princess Amrita defrauded Big Uncle. Defrauded him. Now they're being charged under the Cybercrime Act. This Cybercrime Act, thanks guys, it seems to be all-encompassing. You see? It seems to be all-encompassing. If you get jammed in a bus, it's Cybercrime Act. Yeah? A man fishing and he hook touch you, Cybercrime Act. You see, you're on your phone in the market, cybercrime. This is one size fits all. But Big Uncle Tech set up. But if I know, you see, because you know one day Big Uncle can say, all right, put on the camera tonight. I said enough. Sharma, put on the camera. One day people said, Chisel Chipper. Yeah? Chisel Chipper said one day, put on the camera. Right? One day, this is Sandra Jones, put on the camera. Right? I said 1.2. Oh. 1.2. And then when Big Uncle see this post, he said, the girl in the picture was slim. This is in the report. The girl in the picture was slim. You see that? You have to find out just like that now. Shazila and Roy might be doing some time, right? And they said Roy was the mastermind. not hit the right. Roy was the mastermind. I watch yourself. You get it set up out there, right? Them big girls out here looking thin. Them big girls out here looking thin now. You know you have the point. No, you have the point. Some people out there looking thin. Pay some power nonetheless, guys. Pay some power. Telling you, the members of the opposition on the attack, folks. The members of the opposition on the attack. A lot of big girls out there looking thin. You behave yourself, man. Behave yourself, man. Sharon Haywood, Dan Grimsandi. Behave yourself, man. Ibon Lani, Andrew English. Behave yourself. Behave yourself. Looking for love in all the wrong places. I want to see you dealing with. Me will just WhatsApp video. You see? I will just WhatsApp video. I want to see you face to face. Pulling out your eyelash, pulling your hair, making sure everything is everything. Pay some power, folks. Pay some power. You know this local government elections got a lot of problems. A lot of problems. A lot of problems. You see? A lot of problems. We might have the wrong text here, but bear with me. Thanks, guys. A lot of problems. Now, Sharon Holder, chairman of the PNCR, People National Congress Reform, led a team in a meeting with GCOM. He said he liked some of the answers he got to the questions he had. Because this local government elections and the real up to it, more questions than answers. And GCOM not being forthcoming at all. GCOM not being forthcoming. They say they have a lot of questions and they're not satisfied. They are not satisfied. They're having some serious doubts about the whole process. Serious doubts. In a press conference quite recently, this is what Sharon Holder, the chairman of the PNCR, said.
The practice in the past was that the GCOM registration officer, along with scrutineers, would put forward a proposal to GCOM, and then it would be approved. That has not occurred in this case. What has occurred is that you had the minister gazetting this order, which in our view is incorrect because of that constituency, that non-existing constituency. And then when we would have requested information from GCOM on the 14th of November, for example, they provided 3 new constituencies. They provided Moruca, Phoenix Park, Aberdeen, Heathfield to Aberdeen, I believe, and Kitty Providence. On the 16th of November, I would have asked them to provide the map so that we could verify the boundaries. We were told that those were not ready as yet. This is the 16th of November. We then requested that they provide us with the names of the constituencies. They provided 3 new constituencies on the 16th of November, which were different from those provided on the 14th of November. The new constituencies were Moruca, Aberdeen, Heathfield to St. Vincent, and, Friendship Backlands to Providence. So these are 3 new constituencies. And all of this is occurring while political parties, groups, and individuals are preparing in the first phase of local government elections. Nominations Day is on the 12th of December, exactly 2 weeks from now. 2 days ago, we would have requested the constituencies for NDCs, Durgan Light NDC, a number of other NDCs within the Region 2 area, and a number of other regions. My own observation from the Durgan Light NDC was that they had 8 constituencies listed, but a gazetted order had 9. So clearly, there isn't a consistency there with the gazetted order. And so we had to raise that issue. Now, these issues, the fact that the list, I want to go back to the list. They would have brought out a revised list a few days ago, only a few days ago. And while that list attempts to correct the issue raised, it still does not fully address it, in the sense that it still does not reflect constituencies. And so you would know, and we all would know, that local government elections has a residency requirement. It speaks about where you sleep, where you eat, where you live, where you work, a number of things laid out in the law. It speaks specifically about residency requirements. And so with this list, PLV and even the RLV not addressing the constituency issue, that would now create disenfranchise and also wrongful enfranchise. And I can further explain that to you. Disenfranchise in the sense of someone moving to a constituency and claims and objections would have already been had. And so they wouldn't have been given that opportunity to make the claim that they're now living in this constituency and maybe they want to be a candidate to run in the elections. So they would be disenfranchised. In the case of wrongful enfranchisement, you would have persons who would be registered in one constituency, but they now reside in another constituency. But GCOM allows them to contest in that constituency where they're registered, although they're not living there. So they're in violation of that residency requirement. And so those were some of the main issues raised.
Yep. GCOM doing the most, folks. GCOM doing the most. Yep, that's what Sherwood Holder, Member of Parliament, said. They're doing the most. More questions than answers. You have a story for us? You have a story for us? Sandra Davis, something interesting happening by your side. Chasing Henry, Shauna Fortune. Tessa Smith, Gisela Roman. Something interesting happening by you? Do let us know. Don't keep reading that. We wonder, we faster. Please, y'all need some legal advice. The Alistair Collins forms. That is the form you should be using. The Alistair Collins form. The law firm of Alistair Collins. You need a commissioner to hold some affidavits. You need a justice of the peace. Good folks. Same person. The Alistair Collins firm. Highly recommended. Highly recommended, good people. Highly recommended. Good to have each and every one of you at this end. Folks, I want to let you know, if you need affidavits, keeps on giving. This is the gift that keeps on giving, the Alistair Collins form. You need declarations, you need agreements, you need your wills done properly, you know. Half for me, half for in the ring, half for the family. Yeah, you need visa guidance on the application process. These are the folks for you. They'll give you good guidance, as I'm telling y'all. It will lead you around. The Alistair Collins form. They right down there, Callion Mall, Lamaha Street, between Camp and Waterloo, good folks. Right down there, they're going to give you guys a fix-up. Your ad, your product, your service. Can be right there, your event, right there, like right in this space. Right in this space, being viewed by thousands. I see over 2,000 persons watching us on Facebook. And we got over 3,100 watching us tonight on social media. Yeah, oh, look at me, people watching it. You're like right there. I'm feeling it for some of y'all because people don't see your products. I'm feeling it for y'all. That's the number you want to call. Folks, have you been out shopping? Have you gotten a good Christmas deal somewhere? Don't keep the secret. Tell others. Tell us. Have you gotten a good Christmas deal somewhere? Doesn't matter the product. It can be beef in the market. You see? It can be pork. You can just buy a chair set, a mat, but you get a good deal. Let us know. Drop us a line to 627-6963. We want others to know. We're preparing a list, guys, and we're checking it twice. Right? Where are the Christmas deals? We're on the hunt for Christmas deals because we know things tight. And we want to share those deals with others. You got a business and giving a good deal? Let us know. We come and talk to you. Right? And let others know. You have a business and you get some good Christmas deals. Let me know. We can make it public. You buying and you got a good deal recently. Let us know. Drop us a message. 627-6963. Let us know where the deals are. Don't keep the good things to yourself. We buy them boys now. We buy them boys now. The trench crappers, the jaggerbats, the tadpoles, the cricketers, the hepatites, the Jebusites, the Hittites, the Nakavakabites. We don't buy them boys. We buy them boys section. We buy them boys. We buy them boys. Folks, you all know the wicked, stinking, dirty. Wicked, stinking, dirty. You don't have nothing. Since I said you know what I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about? Them boys. Well, somebody find out the hard way. I told you it was coming. I told you it was coming. Dr. Sammy Ramaya, community activist out of Region 6. Went with one party, jump over to another one, jump back, jump back, jump back. Then you want to dance with the PVP. Right? And now you want to talk against it, well, you find out the hard way. You know, you're out with them boys. Cybercrime charge free. I tell you, this is fix all. Everything is cybercrime charge. Your foot hot, take a cybercrime charge. You can fix it. Your head give you a little pain, cybercrime charge. This is the cure for all. Cybercrime Act. He's being charged under this. He's facing the law, folks. Dr. Sammy Ramay, out of Region 6. He does some good work, giving representation to the voices at the community level. Them boys coming out in why? Because he told the line with them. Right? He ain't saying, I with y'all. I join the spider. I with y'all. No. You're with them boys or against them boys. So very sorry, Dr. Sammy Ramay is finding out the hard way. You're either with them boys or against them. Other simple. Johnny Ringo, Hazel Chase. Hazel Chase, Diane Graves, Andy. Wayne Bob, you're either with them boys or against them. That's how them boys is view things. Well, look story here. Look story here now. They got more in the matter on this one than on the person. That's why we are though. On this story, you got more in the matter than on the pistol. Who don't know? A daily simple, Johnny Ringo. The whole crew, Morning Brown, Gladstone Matthews, they got more in the matter than on the pistol on this one here. First, the news came across the wires today that Dr. Marcel Hudson is no longer the CEO, the Chief Education Officer. No. You see, he's no longer the Chief Education Officer. He is now passing the baton to a former teacher. Dr. Marcel Hudson is passing the baton. A professional in education is passing the baton to a former teacher. You see? To a former teacher. Right? I don't know if some of you connected the dots recently. But let me tell you a light story. A couple of weeks ago, there was a young man, a little dust up, with another student at Queen's College. The young man is Dr. Marcel Hudson's son. And the young lady, he was in this little fracas with, like a pushing and shoving. He's the son of a judge. Yep. And Dr. Marcel Hudson is now the former Chief Education Officer. He is now heading off to the National Accreditation Council, which, if memory serves me correctly, falls under the Ministry of Education. Would that make the new CEO the old CEO boss? Pim, Bam Bam. Is that promotion or demotion? This one Guyana. Wow. So a former teacher just won the lotto where education is concerned. Is now taking over as the chief education officer for a man whose life work was educating. He educated himself to the highest level. This is not play PhD. He studied. You see, he got no friend at no university, some flim-flam place, put in a word and he gets some third rate, what do you call it? What kind of PhD you call them? Honorary doctorate. You see? Applied himself. And every rung in the education ladder, Dr. Marcel Hudson, and achieved this CEO position. 2 years in. That's it. So, it's now 3 CEOs in 3 years. I hope the new one 10 years long. Because like, this is a revolving door. At the Ministry of Education. And so Dr. Marcel Hudson, in true, statesmanship and in character, put on a bold face, hand over the baton, welcome to the shit show. Yep. Former teacher takes over from Dr. Marcel Hudson in this one Guyana. You see? Yeah. Yeah. Before I transition to what comes next, Forbes Burnham, former executive president of this country, who Nassim is the best we ever had. He says it's important not only to read what is on the lines, but what is between the lines. Right? What is between the lines? And we can talk some more about this. We're going to circle back to it. I ain't done with it yet. Abigail Semple, Kashara, we can circle back. Pinky Harry, and all the other guys, we can circle back to it. We can circle back. You know where else might be a revolving door? Shibna Rhyme, Chandra Paul Drive. Might be a revolving door. You see? We might get 3 presidents in 8 years. Hold on. Might be revolving door because we see y'all by practicing. He said this thing ain't work out. If this thing ain't work out, well, I walk in my house in a little bit of time and know for Knockwood and so. Right? So we saw this morning, you see, trying out, in case this presidency thing ain't work out, may got to fall back. Right? Thickness said this thing ain't work out, this presidency thing. May got to fall. Rosamond, may got to fall back. Andy Williams, Gail, Richards, may got to fall back. Mission to rebel. If Fulani took the men on a mission, what's the mission of these men? It's a construction company. What is it? What is it? Is it men empowerment? What's the purpose? I don't know. Men on a mission. I thought they came out to fight domestic violence and so. Like, what's it? Is a construction company? Is anything danger? I don't know. Men on a mission. Well, Fulani met a big auntie quite recently who was selling. Didn't talk to her for very long. But he was in Santa Claus mode giving out things. He said, I can build a new house for you. 1 week later, folks, you have to put in your application. If your fence line break down and your bridge little thing, your bridge float away every now and again. But if you put in the application, who knows? When airfund is passing by, y'all go out and touch the heavy garments, who knows? When the lottery airfund passes by, who knows? You can get a bill over too. So early this morning, you see, they went out and they started the work. I'm happy for Big Auntie. Tremendously happy. Right? And I want to be happy for more Big Aunties. I want to be happy for more. So when you come out, go and show your house. Floor rotten, this fall down, wall fall down, and all of that. And who knows? You might not only get promises, maybe come himself too. You see? Because President Jagdeo busy at work at Shibna Chandra Paul Drive, so he got a lot of free time on his hands. You don't know this thing working or what? He got a lot of free time in his hands, so he got back to what he does. I can knock a nail here. You see? I will put a word in there. This is what took place this morning, folks. Take a look. Yep. That was some of the action this morning. You know, the amount of men they had in that house hitting and pulling down and so on, the new house should be up by now. The amount of men, you know, this wasn't a big house. That's a 2x4. You know, the amount of men that went down there, the new house should be standing strong by now. But we're going to keep following this, folks. And when they come in your community, let them know your house falling down too. You want your house, so we are superbly happy that Big Auntie going to spend the Christmas a little better. You know, a little better. Hope them boys now in the class and watching Big Aunties sideways with the new boats and so on. Hope them, you know how this country is. We got to fix that crime prevention plan and so forth. But men on a mission, construction company, when they were selling and start knocking wood, they started knocking wood this morning, good folks. They started knocking wood. Yep. That's what they did. They started knocking wood. The closer, folks, the closer. You know, we always get a closer for you. I'll give you a little cherry on the cake. You know, some of you are just licorice. Hunting's tight too. Everything's sky high in this economy. Everything's sky high. Cheryl Sanders and the others. The closer for tonight was Beat and Teach in National Assembly. Beat and Teach in the National Assembly. Yesterday, folks, Beat and Teach. The Honorable Member of Parliament, Amanza Walton Desir, took to the floor. She was speaking on the higher purchase bill. And the fact that they're raising interest in this high guava season can bring more pain and suffering to the Guyanese people. Amanza's been overseas for a little bit, about 22 years. been 22 days. Amanza has been overseas. She's been resting, and that's the trouble. She come back arrested, recuperated, fired up, and ready to go, folks. Listen, Amanza going overseas is like Superman flying into the sun. You know, re-energize. You know it's Pashway. You know them be brutal. You know them be bloody. That's what took place when Amanza took the mic yesterday to remind some of these folks that's done stubs. There's Jagabas and trench crapos. That's what she told them. I done stubs over, sir. Done stubs. Take a listen to them, man. Done stubs. Write some notes. Was Beat and Teach in the National Assembly yesterday. As Amanza Walton this year took to the microphone to deliver on this bill, the high purchase bill. This is what she said, folks.
This is the difficulty that I'm having with my colleagues on the other side. The lack of legislative courage that they display. Mr. Speaker, they stand there and they heckle about why didn't you do it from 2020, and they operate as if the history of Guyana in 2015. They had 23 years to do this, did absolutely nothing, and then come to say, people of Guyana, that you must be grateful that we have finally put this on the agenda. Mr. Speaker, we have no difficulty supporting this bill, but we have a problem with the attitude of our colleagues on the other side. And I know the Honourable Member Hamilton is coming after me, and he will, in his usual bombastic manner, attempt to refute what I am saying, but he will be unsuccessful. And so, Mr. Speaker, I want to say, Mr. Speaker, we support the measures here, but we believe the outline is possible. Mr. Speaker, when here, I hear my honorable member friend on the other side, Coy, talking about discrimination and why don't I speak to the discrimination. I have 30 minutes, I'm gonna get to it. Hold tight. Mr. Speaker, the reality is that this bill does bring significant relief, but we believe more could be done. Mr. Speaker, the difficulty, like I said, I have like I said before, is the lack of legislative courage. Mr. Speaker, we have to begin to focus more on the quality of legislation. It appears to me that this government intends to rush legislation through this House, Mr. Speaker, to say that we did it without looking at the qualitative element of it. Mr. Speaker, it is the same thing that they did with the issue of marijuana. They went around this country saying, oh, we are decriminalizing, misleading the small man into thinking that they were going to be decriminalizing this issue. Mr. Speaker, myself and colleague, the Select Committee, we pleaded with the chair of that committee to demonstrate the type of legislative courage that CARICOM brothers and sisters have demonstrated when it comes to the of marijuana, and they failed to do it because it appears we somehow enjoy this position of being last in the as the Honorable Zulfikar alluded. And so I'm saying in this House, Mr. Speaker, that we have to demonstrate the necessary legislative courage that really, really will impact the lives of people. Mr. Speaker, my colleague on the other side is talking about speaking to the bill. Yet when my colleague Hemraj came up here, oh, you must just say we support and it will be the end of that. That is not the end of that, because as I am standing here, Mr. Speaker, I will use the opportunity to say and to bring to our attention once more that the people of Guyana are suffering. Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Member Zulfikar stood in this House and he spoke about the flourishing economy. The World Bank report, Mr. Speaker, says that 50% of Guyanese are living below the poverty line. What are they talking about? Who is this wealth going to? 50%.
Take some power. Beat and teach, folks. That's what it looks like. Beat and teach. They don't have the legislative courage to do what is necessary to relieve the hardships of the people, but they just continue adding to it. They don't have the legislative courage. Is what a man's was in this year. Told the dunce thugs yesterday, those jagabas and trench crapos. That's what she told them. They don't have the legislative courage, the testicular fortitude. Yeah, they keep bumbling on from one unforced error to the next. The dunce thugs, folks, the dunce thugs. But that being said, we got extra for you. You know, Linden Region 10 has a new vice chairman in Mr. Mark Goring, and we want to say again, congratulations to him, and may you serve well. Councillor Mark Goring is now the vice chair. He's going to be ably assisting Deron Adams. We know Deron does his work, folks, man on the ground. This is some of what Mr. Goring said. Let's trust, folks, what Mr. Goring said as he was just elected during the course of the day. This is what he said.
To be elected regional vice chairman or Regional Democratic Council, Region 10, with responsibility for Sub-Region 2, Aichuni, Fukwani, and the Borbus River. First and foremost, I must give God praise and thanks for a spared life, good health, and strength, my family and friends for their overwhelming support throughout this journey, but most importantly, the regional chairman and councillors of this honorable council for giving me the opportunity to serve in this capacity. By your vote, you have demonstrated that you have confidence in my leadership and abilities to execute my duties. I also wish to thank the Honorable Raphael Trotman, founder, member of the leader of AFC, and my mentor for introducing me to what it really means to be a politician. And our job as a politician is to be a servant to the people and represent them well. To the regional executive officer and administrative officer, I want to continue working with you guys for the development of this beautiful and unique region. The task at hand is huge, but with wisdom, patience, understanding, and hard work, I will execute my duties without fear or favor in serving the people of Region 10 and the sub-region by extension. This 9th Council intends to provide the maximum representation to the people of Ituni, Kokwani, and all the villages along the Borbish River within the boundaries of Region 10. As a regional government organ, we believe all politics is local, and today my colleagues have demonstrated that by electing a suitable candidate to serve, someone with a background suited to understand the needs of the people of Sub-Region 2, inclusive of forestry, business, and agriculture, which provides the primary income for over 85% of Sub-Region 2 people. As many of you are aware, I am a logger by profession, a businessman, and chairman of the Regional Agriculture Committee. Once again, I say thank you for showing the confidence in me as your elected regional vice chairman. Thank you also to the MPs that are here and the MNTC councillor and the media and our auxiliary staff. Once again, I say thank you.
That being said, folks, that's our time and that's our program. Thanks for joining us, Shireen Baines and Chinsing Henry. Thanks for joining us, Kyle Roberts and Colin Moore. Rosamond, thanks for joining us, Colin. Thanks for joining us, Karen. Sonia Masekop, thanks for joining us. Rosamond David, thanks for joining us. Guys, it's Mingo Byrne and it's Hazel Chase and Wilma Grant. Out front parts. Thanks for joining us. Have a fantastic rest of the evening, guys. And congratulations again to Mark Goring. Thanks for joining us, Shauna Fortune. Annalise, the lovely queen. Errol Solomon, thanks for joining us. Stay safe, folks. Tonight, we'll leave you with some shots of Nando Park there, folks, in Turkine, just as you come off UG Road onto the highway. Nando Park, as they welcome Christmas 2022. Stay safe.